night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is, you show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the Toddfox postgame podcast with your host, Toddfox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield post-game show here live from the Halos in the Infield studios and the Toddfox studios here in the wonderful world of Whittier. But first off, 714 tickets, 714 tickets. If you need any tickets, concerts, whatever you want to go to, 10% off by just putting HITI in the promo code. Helps you get to any event that you want to. Also go to Noble L Works, mention he, and get $1 off of pints. Because boy, oh boy, do you need to drink after a game like this. And a game like we've been watching all season. It's no surprise that this team is the way that they are. We hate that they are the way that they are. But they continue to disappoint, and tonight was no different, as it looked like with a good team that is the Baltimore Orioles, which is at this point you can call them World Series contenders. 87 wins. I think they got their 88th tonight, so they're going to crack 100 most likely. They're probably going to win the AL East. They're a really good fighting young team. They're going to be there. And you know what? First off, before we take this one on the chin and I get into the box scores and all that other stuff that we're going to talk about tonight, got to mention the backpack drive. If you want to donate, the links will be in the description on the page if you look that up. But I have to say this. I have to play you guys a song. And I think that it's very, very, it makes sense with what the news happened today. Now, as Angel fans, it just seems like what could go wrong has gone wrong in every facet of the game on and off the field. But we had some terrific news tonight.
Happy days are
Sing it if you know it.
The skies above are clear again. Let us sing a song of cheer again.
Happy days are here again. Fuck yeah! Why am I celebrating today? Because that piece of shit cockroach motherfucker, cancer to the team, is gone. He's gone. Squid, you motherfucker, you piece of shit, you're out of here. You're out of here. Fuck you. And the horse you came riding in on. Freaking Nevin, I don't know if it was him this entire time that just wanted to play his ass no matter how putrid he was. And even when there was those excuses about how good his fucking defense is, he's Jesus as a shortstop. You can't remove Jesus at shortstop. He still couldn't hit a fucking lick. He can't walk. He can't do anything right. He's a dumbass. Certified dumbass. And guess what? He's gone. But it took you so long, just like Phil Nevin, it took you so long to have a blow up in the dugout. You finally have one, and everyone's like, who gives a fuck? It's pointless. Only dicks like me are going to worry about Squid being gone. Because you should have had this guy gone the moment you called him up. He should have never made the roster. If you would have DFA'd his ass way back when, maybe this team doesn't suck as bad as they do. He's cost him more games than he started. He's a piece of shit. It took him this long to understand, maybe he's not that good. So again, if I'm a real reporter, I would love to know whose fucking obsession was it to keep this dick rider on the team this long? Was it Phil or was it Potassium, as Artie likes to call him? Was it Perry? I want to know more than anything. I want to know that more than if Trout wants to actually ask for a trade, that rumor, or if if the Angels are actually serious on trying to re-sign him. No, screw that. I don't care about Ohtani and Trout. Let me know whose fucking decision it was to keep this piece of shit cockroach festering in the locker room, festering in the dugout, wasting a roster spot, wasting an out on a nightly basis. That's what I want to know. Because whoever's responsible should be fired yesterday. I'm just glad he's gone. I'm so fucking glad he's gone, but it's way too late. Although I'll play the song some more.
All together shout it loud. There's no one who can doubt it now. So let's tell the world about it now.
Happy days are here again. This is the only way that we're in a current losing streak right now, right? And I don't care. Because tonight, we got rid of the cockroach. Now, where did he go? He was immediately picked up. Now, if you weren't head scratching yourself this entire time, wondering why is he still on the roster? Why is he still wearing an Angels uniform? Why do I still have to see his dumbass in the lineup? Why do I have to see him as a defensive replacement? Those are all great questions. The one that I had asking myself was, why would a team as smart as Atlanta? Atlanta's one of the best run organizations, if not the best in all of baseball. Why the fuck would you waste a spot on that piece of shit? The only thing that made me happy was, well, he can't get into the postseason. It's past September 1st. However, let's just say the Braves do what I think they're going to do this year. Win the World Series. That piece of shit gets a ring! Can you believe that? I mean, if you've ever heard me yell, scream, turn red, like I had James tell me, hey man, you're going to have a heart attack. You got to calm down. Wait till you see if the Braves win a World Series and that piece of shit gets a ring. Because he'll get a ring. Even if he doesn't even set foot on the goddamn field in the playoffs. Even if he doesn't have a ticket for the postseason. He still gets a fucking ring. Can you believe that? Everybody in the organization down to single A gets some sort of ring. But he'll get a ring just like any other player on that team. Matt Olson, you name him. Because he wore the Major League roster jersey. Isn't that like one of those things where it's like, man, this world is fucked up. You know, here there's I mean, look at it this way. Let's excuse Squid there for a minute. Do you know who the highest paid Baltimore Oriole is? As of right now, the highest paid Baltimore Oriole player. You want to talk about not being fair? If I'm anyone on this roster, it's Chris Davis. Chris Davis has not played in, I want to say, 3 years, maybe longer. The strikeout king. They gave him a fat contract. He's making $14 million this year. Highest paid Oriole. He can't hold the jock strap of any of these players on the current roster. He probably couldn't do it in his prime either. Because the players are five-tool players compared to his just, home run or nothing type dude. Marginal player at first base. But that dude is making more money than anybody deserving of anything good on the Orioles. And that just sucks because they're all rookies. I understand that. But see, life isn't fair. And we can go about working as hard as we've ever tried to make it to the majors, to make it to the top of our company, whatever. And it just seems like you always have those assholes that are spoon-fed. They're the boss's daughter, boss's son, whatever. They've got a free ride through life and they get the higher position. They're always looking down on you. I feel that Squid. He doesn't deserve the shit that he's inherited. Like I was telling Fernando today, I remember I was trying to see if anyone made any kind of bad video on Squid. Nothing. It was only his New York Yankees shit where he was appreciative and he seemed to be a cool kid back then. first Brooklyn-born player to play for the Yankees. He had a good outlook on things, and he seemed like a nice guy. Like, I would have rooted for him back then. Then I saw interviews when he was on other teams like Baltimore and on Tampa and then with the Angels. Asshole. You could tell where that shit went to his head. And you could tell where he's just an asshole. And yet Joe Madden loved this guy. Loved him. And Phil was like, well, I think he's pretty good too. Fuck you, Phil. And fuck you, Perry, too, if it's your fault as well. But I'm so sick of that guy, and I'm glad he's gone. I spent like 10 minutes talking about that doucheberry. But let's talk about what happened tonight on the field. Angels drop another one and another one. Baltimore goes to 87-51. The Angels fall to 64-75. Shocker. The Angels were down 2-0 very early in this game, but rallied back for 2 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. Appeared to be setting up for a comeback win, but nope. Estevez is like, I had a great first half. That's where I should have stopped. Second half's been terrible. He blows a save. They get 2 in the 9th and take the lead. The Angels then get a big clutch 2-out hit from Mickey Moniak to make it 4-4. But of course, Soriano can't shut the door in the 10th. It gives up a run. The Angels actually do the right thing with bunting over the runner to third base. And you had the runner at third base with 2 opportunities to tie the game, and you couldn't do it. So the very time that we ask for this team to do what they're supposed to do, which is basically bunt the runner over. If you're at home, you're going for the tie. On the road team should always go for added on runs more than that one run because you want to go for the win. You want to go for the knockout blow. Force the home team to only have one, mission. That's get multiple runs. And you want the home team to have that runner at second base not matter. So if you get a score of 2 runs or more in that top of the 10th, and Baltimore gave you another chance to tie it. I mean, there's no reason why they shouldn't have tied that game except poor at-bats. I mean, both at-bats right away was 0-2, right away. So you had Moustakis and I think ShamWow struck out on 3 pitches. So very, very poor hitting tonight. They lose 5-4. This was a game again where, have you noticed, since the Angels have sucked, how many times have you seen good teams and bad teams decide to say, you know what, we don't need to give the Angels our absolute best. Let's go with the opener. How many correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see too many openers in the first half of the season by all these other teams. But since the Angels have sucked ass, it seems like more and more teams are saying, hey, you know what? Let's just make it a bullpen game. We're playing the Angels. Who cares? And that's what they did tonight. And they went with like 8 or 9 pitchers tonight. And lo and behold, it worked tonight. I mean, come on. I mean, let's get right into what the Angels did tonight, because I'll play some of you guys' favorite song, which is this one. Angels lineup: ShamWow went 2 for 5, but struck out when it really counted, got a walk. Brandon Drury came up with a big RBI double, but that's his 1 for 4. He did have a walk. Renifo had 2 more hits as he was player of the month in August. Mike Moustakis, or not player of the month, player of the week. Moustakis went 1 for 5, but again struck out when it counted. Ohapi had 1 hit tonight, but 2 walks, so that's kind of encouraging because he has been struggling since coming back. Moniak had the 2 hits, including that big RBI to tie it. Grichuk went 1 for 5. He continues to suck. Escobar went 1 for 5 and 2 strikeouts. Paris came in 0 for 2 again. He's batting a sparkling .083. Dude came in 0 for 1. And Trey Cabbage had a RBI single off the bench to raise his average to a sparkling .222. 10 strikeouts. 10 strikeouts for your Angels right there. That's great. 4 for 14 runners in scoring position, 13 more men left on base. So awesome numbers there by your Halos. For the bullpen, Detmers 6 2/3, 9 hits allowed, 2 runs, 2 earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks. His ERA is at 4.89. Herget got a third of an inning, but surrendered a walk. Loop did his loopy stuff. Inning pitch to hit 2 strikeouts, but Estevez is the GOAT tonight. I'm going to give him, well, let's just get into the awards because I haven't done this in a few days. It's been pretty topsy-turvy the last few days, so let's get into the Stamos. John Stamos Award for Player of the Game is going to go to Ryan Mountcastle. He had 3 hits, 5 at bats. There's not really anybody that broke out tonight for the Orioles, so I can't really give it to anybody that you would think it would be a no-brainer. But I figure 3 hits, no strikeouts. Mountcastle is pretty good. I mean, he could have gave it to Rosherman too. He had 2 official at-bats, but he had 5 at-bats total, 3 walks, 1 hit, 1 run. So he was pretty productive, but Mountcastle's been a good player for them. 5 runs, 13 hits for the Orioles. They went 5 for 15 with runners in scoring position. They left 9 guys on base. Now let's get into the Nacho Night Award for worst player on the field.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
Remember when we had Raciel Iglesias and everyone's like, that's my closer, that's my closer. And then you had freaking Lopez that was kind of like, dealing at first when we first got him. And they were like, oh, yeah, he's going to be the guy. And he's going to probably surpass Estevez, even though Estevez has had a pretty good year, all things considered. However, the last month of August has been not very kind to Estevez. Although this is only his 3rd blown save, it feels like it's a lot more. His ERA for a closer is 3.54. Tonight, he gets the Nacho Night Award because an inning pitched, 2 runs, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. The walks are always killing this dude. And that's how it ended tonight with the Angels losing yet again. And again, you have some news tonight, going back to Squid leaving. You have the whole what's going to happen with Mike Trout. Although I don't think it's much to do about nothing. He's more concerned about his golf course, and it'd be super hard to move him. And who would take him, even if he waives that trade clause? He's got to prove that he's actually healthy, so that's going to take him time, if anything. So tough loss again tonight. As we look at the standings, I'll give you the standings updates before I get into the comments and whatnot. As the standings look like right now, let's see, for the Baltimore Orioles are now 3.5 games up on Tampa Bay. Toronto is 10 games out, even though they've won 3 in a row. Boston and New York are pretty much done. Minnesota is going to win that division, so the Ohio shitfucks really tried to use that Angels magic, and nope, that's not working for them. They're 7 games under, 7 games out. Detroit's done as well. You go down to our division, and our division's gotten very, very interesting. Seattle, as hot as they got, they've lost 3 bad games in a row. Cincinnati has stung them twice in a row now. And if Seattle could have kept winning, they would stay in first place. Now the team that's risen to the top, like I said, the cream has risen to the top. The Houston Astros are now a game up on Seattle and 2 games up on Texas as Texas continues to fall. And who said Texas was going to fall off when everybody was doubting the great Toddfox? No, not the great Toddfox, because I came up with Suarez as your comeback player or player to watch. So I think even though, look, let me just have this one. I made a ton of predictions this year, and some kind of worked, most didn't. But I am sitting on this one because Texas was one that everyone was saying, you don't know what you're talking about. So I'm very happy to see them falling out of it. And I have a feeling they're gonna go down. Atlanta's got the best record in all of baseball, though. They're sitting there with 90 wins, killing the NL East. You got Milwaukee's most likely going to win that division, but Cubs are right on their heels. And then the wife beaters are 14 games up on a shitty-ass division once again. Once again, they get a free pass always. Wild card real quick. Tampa Bay's got a 7 games lead on that top wild card spot. Toronto and Seattle are battling it out for that last one. Also, Texas is right there. Boston and Yankees, there's no way they're going to catch up. So it's basically 4 teams vying for 3 spots in the AL. In the NL, it's much more complicated because you have San Diego's most likely out, but you got San Francisco still alive at 2 out, Arizona at 1 out. You got Miami a half game out. Cincinnati's holding on to that last spot, and Chicago Cubs, believe it or not, are 3 games up. So they are sitting kind of pretty right now, and Philadelphia is as well at 4.5. So that's your division and wild card update. Let's get into the comments. DJ Paz says broken heart right there. Buttercup again themselves. I see. One Jet Spot says, why do you build me up, Buttercup, to let me down? Well, that's what the Angels do. And consider yourself lucky because, again, this team doesn't really build us up anymore to let us down. They're usually just fucked from the start.
Why do you build me up, Buttercup, baby, just to let me down, to mess me around, and then worst of all, you never call baby when you say you will.
There you go. DJ also says, yo, Todd, are we cursed? How can we break it? You got to get rid of Artie Moreno. You got to get rid of him. Balls, and Buttercup again. That's for sure.
Balls and fair balls and
Buttercup.
balls.
She also rubbed my feet with those sexy facial pew. Ha ha ha. One Jet Spot. Balls, and Todd's beard.
Night.
It's time for you to check out what I want.
I want balls and
Todd's beard. The Braves got beat tonight thanks to the curse of Squid. Imagine if he takes them out. That would be crazy. Then we know who the real curse was. But even then, the Angels couldn't win after getting rid of him. El Bardo says balls, and Estevez blows.
Night.
It's time for you to check out what I want.
I want balls and
Estevez blows. Robert says, fuck Gritchick. Who the fuck swings at 2-0 count with the ball outside the zone? You're a 7-hitter. Get on, period. Not a 300 hitter. For a clutch damn pitch, get on base, you dipshit. And you know what, Robert? Again, that goes down to Angels pitching or hitting coaches, because when he was in Colorado, he was a completely different hitter. Yeah, you don't swing at that shit. You got to get on base, especially ahead of the count. If it's nowhere in the zone, fuck it. Squid finna win a championship before Ohtani and Trout. That would be sad as fuck. That would just sum up the worst baseball season I have ever witnessed as an Angels fan. Squid is gone. Alfonso's screaming it from the highest mountain. Also, fuck this team, Christopher Gutierrez says. Also, we have another family 4-pack for tomorrow's game. So we're going to play a little game of what do you call it? Trivia tonight. So we'll get to that, and if you guys want to try to win a family 4-pack, let me know. So there you go. No more Squid again. One Jet Hell. I'm a Mariners guy, and after tonight's game for us, I'm here for my guys Todd and Artie. There you go, Eric. I don't know if Artie's calling in. I can never tell because he's so damn drunk. You know, Perry's going to be on the trade to get him back in the offseason. Oh, God. Number 6 should be next. I hope so. Celebrate good times. Come on. Everyone's saying no more Squid. That's great. Can you play Turn Out the Lights? The party's over. Johnny B. Good. Well, it's coming soon. We're going to have our what is it called? Our Titanic moment here pretty soon. And I got a surprise with that as well. Also, let's see. Squid is gone and the season starts tomorrow night. Yeah, it should have started tonight.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
R. Martinez says, what if the twin brother Octopus gets on the team? Does he have a freaking twin brother? Let's see. Grillmaster says, fuck extra innings. I think Squid naked pics of Artie. That could be true. Grillmaster says, why can't Stefanik hit? Is he in Nevin's doghouse? Yes, he's never been given a chance. They're scared of his defense, even though, again, Squid had 9 errors. El Bardo says, hopefully that lame Artie Moreno caller doesn't call. Dude does a bad Farley impression. Oh, jeez. Squid had naked pics of Nevin. Benji Gill over Phil Nevin. Absolutely. I want that all day, every day. I was thinking, how will this team turn around the celebration? And Renfro is raking in Cincinnati. Play Happy Days by Cunningham Ritchie on the Fonz. Yeah, I have to look that one. The cockroach is gone. Watch Squid hit 300 for the rest of the season. They would probably fix the most broken at bat as possible. Celebrating this, laugh my ass off. Rendon is still here. That is worse, Todd. And that's sad. When Squid has more at bats, and we have that pathetic loser number 6.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
I can't stand his bitch ass either, but man, Mr. No Habla Espanol is still sucking the life out of his team. Suckalito is sucking even worse in Cleveland, Alfonso says. Yeah, dude, 9 runs in his shitfucks debut, the Ohio shitfucks. And I wish we were playing him, But no, Nate Hustle says again, Angels versus Angels. But don't tell that to Roger
John Stamos choked on me.
because he's a bootlicking houseman as well.
Call me a bootlicking houseman all you want. I don't give a damn. Don't go to sleep on my Halos in 2023. It's going to be one heck of a year for Angels baseball.
We didn't go to sleep on them, Roger. They went to sleep on us. Anna says one example of a player sitting around not playing and still getting a ring in another sport, LaShawn McCoy. True. Can we still give Squid the nachos? We can. I think we're going to make that the award for next year. It's either him or Artie or a combination. Wow, he would get a ring. Yes, he would. Emotional damage would be definite on our side if we had to watch that fool like get a freaking ring, dude. Even if he's a free agent the next year, he still gets a ring.
Emotional damage.
What the fuck is up with Esteves, man? Well, he's relying too much on the fastball, and the fastball's not pinpoint, so that's what happens. Chris and Rendon hanging out right now, learning Spanish on Rosetta Stone. I'm having calamari tomorrow, DJ says. Dude, that is a tough eat right there, man. I love sushi, but man, that stuff is like rubbery. I can't eat it, dude. Alfonso says Succolito, Suckfro, all gone. Loop almost gone. Number 6 should be gone. Anderson, I hope, could be gone. Alfonso, we got half of it right at least. The Braves won't win with this cursed Squid on the team. I think so. DJ says Anthony Rendon is our real curse to this team. And how do we get rid of him? I have no idea. Detmers with another random-ass good start. Laugh out loud. Next start, 3 innings pitched, 6 earned runs. Winning in extra innings, never heard of that before. Sports News says DJ Khaled, another win. Yeah, not for us, though. It's for the other team. I don't hope that Trout, when Trout meets with the front office, that he asks for a trade. I hope he demands it. So R. Martinez is like, come on, man, you got to get your ass out of here. I'm going to go with Spanish sign of the next Angels game that says, I don't even know what that says, which translates to get to work, lazy ass. There you go. You don't need your best to beat the Halos, that's for sure. Can you let me know what tonight's attendance was? Let me let you know what the attendance was, because they try to like skew the numbers too. They try to say it's a certain number. We all know it's not that. Attendance tonight, paid attendance anyway, was 22,496. 22,000. We are getting to the Angels of the 90s. When we get down to 18, 19,000. So there you go. Let's see. Also, so much for ShamWow. Good eye at the plate. Yeah, that was a terrible at bat right there in the 10th inning. 2 instances of Moose facing lefties twice, each time failed. Why can't we use this Stefanik right there? Because we're not smart. We're not smart. You could probably beat the Angels with a belly full of waffles and beer on 48 hours of no rest. I believe that as well. Fuck Rendon, eat the contract and DFA him. He's a cancer to the team. I can't imagine the guys in the clubhouse not being annoyed with the shit that he says. Well, I'm right there with you, Drizzle. Scrap extra innings. It's rigged right there. Anna also says this is a bullpen game. Dean Keemer is a bona fide starter. The only reason why we saw all those pitchers is because we worked up Creamer pitch account. Dude, it is what it is, bro. They could have let him stay in there, but I'm telling you, I mean, when you're scoring no runs, you're not running up the account. You're just not. Also, I don't know about y'all, but I hate the ghost runner and the pitch clock. Only good thing to get rid of was a shift. I agree. The season ain't over till your boys are still fighting for a playoff spot, AC. Wow. That is really honkish right there, AC. I'm just telling you, man. That's pretty honkish.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yep. Balls, and ShamWow. Oh, I like that one, man. I got to get the ShamWow thing.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
ShamWow. Why couldn't Chad be batting? Yes, Todd, you know where I'm going with this. I know. Even with Squid off the roster, Team Angels still can't win. Mateo says, here we go. Loopy again. Here we go tonight. Loss. Etsy, Estevez would have been gone if he was pulled this shit in the pre-deadline. Probably, Lakers fan. Alfonso says, wish list for next year. Anderson, number 6, out for the year. Broken toenails. Roger Lodge marries Uncle Jesse, quits radio. That would be a dream come true for Roger Lodge more than us. Mateo, all on Saturday night. Anna says, here comes the pitch, but here's a word from Jack the Box. Cue the munchie meal. That's about how it works. It's so pathetic. It's like, hey, guys, it's a 2-2 pitch right here, but hold on, a word from Jack the Box. Hey, what happened? I couldn't hear what was going on.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Build your own munchie meal, or try mine. Only at Jack in the Box. That looks good on you,
Miach. Seattle is the dancing pussy. Silent E says, who's Mike Trout? Oh, you mean the aging superstar, the off-season golfer, and the Tiger Woods partner? The guy becomes cancerous is number 6, the player who hasn't been good since all the sex. Oh, shit. Will the front office even take him seriously? It feels like he cares more about everything outside the team. Shout out for being a real great guy. But as for late, not a great player. Dude, you can't argue that. I mean, you got to see where his loyalty is or where his mindset is, and he hasn't shown us anything, dude. And it's like you can get more, and this is, look, you can get more energy out of someone who has an issue with their personality. You know what I mean? That's shuttered down, that has trouble expressing themselves. You could literally read them better than Mike Trout. The 1-2 demoniac is hit up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. Renifo is being waved around, and the game is tied at 4-4 in the 9th inning. So Mateo was pumped up for that one, but man, the guys in Ohio picked up. Ouch. Maybe we were right to get rid of them. Exactly. I'm the only one here, Todd. Let us know. He was right about Texas. I got to give you that one, man. I didn't agree with you. Well, I appreciate that in Drizzle because I did take a lot of L's. I'll tell you that right now. Patrick says, in my opinion, football and baseball should get rid of the whole division wildcard system entirely and go to the NBA way. Nah, dude, Patrick, look, there's too many teams in the NBA that make the playoffs. There's like only the bottom 3 with that new playoff tournament. It's stupid. It's really whack. What I think baseball should do is when they get those 2 teams, which I heard they're going to do, you're going to have 4 divisions in each. The AL will have 4, the NL will have 4. And here's the thing. The American League West, if Portland gets a team, I've said this before, if Portland gets a team, Oakland moves to Vegas, the AL West will consist of the Angels, the Mariners, Portland, and Vegas. If the Angels can't win the division, then we truly suck because Houston and Texas would be now in your Central. They'd be in your AL Central. So everything, you'd have 4 teams of 4, and then everyone plays each other, and then you have your important division games. So I would like that a lot. The Rangers have been getting their Tex ass kicked, Anna says. Let's mark it when the Rangers somehow wins the World Series. It's a sign that the Cowboys will win the Super Bowl. Plot twist with Lance at quarterback 1. And I'm telling you, sports news, that whole thing, I do a football show now with my boy Carlos, and we did the first episode, and I brought that up. I'm like, man, Trey Lance is literally knocking on the door. It's either one of 2 things are going to happen. It's going to divide the Cowboys fan base, and they're going to start screaming for Trey Lance, the first turnover or first sack or fumble that Dak has, or he cost him a game. It's going to be like Rush, but 2.0, because they're going to think that he's the savior. I don't really see it. It's either going to push Dak to play better, or it's going to make him feel the pressure and fall on his ass. Milwaukee's offense has been brewing up a lot of wins lately. That's totally a Grillmaster joke. Caesar says, Todd, the fans need to take a stance at the attendance under the 10,000 so Artie can lose it in his pocket. One Jets Pod says, yeah, Todd called Texas. I was on the other one who said it was going to eat crow for that. Lucky slut. Thank you, sir. Hey, Otani not playing Q Bally's. Hey, who's that number 17 that was taking photos? Because that wasn't the real Otani out there. Did you see that? Yeah, because if you look today for the team photo, they had a guy wearing Otani's jersey that was clearly not Asian and clearly not Otani. So, yeah, that was pretty embarrassing. Brock Purdy will win the Super Bowl this year. Wrong. Hayes says, Toddfox, who do you think will end up winning the World Series in 2023? I think it's going to be Braves-Baltimore with the Braves out slugging them. Brock Purdy is, so the rest of the Niners aren't going to show up, Mateo. Jeez, balls, and Savage Garden. Uh-oh, our first Savage Garden of the night.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and John Stamos.
Well, balls, and commercial first.
Oh,
And
that's my Camp Jordan clock.
For all the pleasure and the certainty, better off surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest power in lonely hours.
Here comes the hook.
And I wanna stand with you on a mountain.
Hell yeah.
And I wanna bathe with you in the sea.
Always.
And I wanna lay like this forever. Until the sky falls down on me.
And that's coming very soon. The sky will be falling down on this team, on the 2023 Angels, that's for sure. Let's see. Also, balls, and Squid claimed off waivers.
It's time for you to check out what I want.
I want balls and
Squid
John
claimed
Stamos.
off waivers. Angel's grandma says we haven't won a game this month of September yet. Unbelievable season. We started that too in in August. We got off to that horrid start there too. Can we put Artie on waivers? That would be great, Patrick. Hayes says tomorrow is my birthday, Toddfox. Can I get a family 4-pack for my birthday gift? You know what, Hayes? Fuck it. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Hayes. Message me and I'll give those to you. Well, we'll play trivia tomorrow night and give away something else. Or some more tickets if I can get them. 714 Tickets been giving me tickets, obviously, because there's dollar tickets. But yeah, we got a 4-pack. You got them, Hayes. I'll give you that. Don't sleep on my Halos, Todd. One Jets Pod says, gentlemen, it's been a pleasure playing with you tonight. We're getting there. We're going to have a special guest with us on that Titanic. I'm just telling you. Todd, like only Artie, like is whoever Artie is. Let's see. Also, word is that Sapphire was in the coach's room tonight. See, also, Gooby is asking, hey, Wayne, do we get the brownies? Hey, they're $14. That's one thing that hasn't gone up. Inflation. Artie Moreno on a 3-way with Grill again. Let's see. Shitfucks and Fut Faces. Let's see. Also, let's see. First pitcher since 1888 to allow 8 or more runs with 3 teams. Mateo, oh, Jesus, Gooby, let's not talk about brownies. Drive the truckload of nachos to Gwinnett, where Velasquez is in AAA. Yeah, oh, I don't even think of that, man. I mean, does he make a major league roster? That's pathetic. It's your boy says, shows you how crazy this sport is when a quadruple A player like Velasquez can win a ring before 2 future Hall of Famers, Trout and Ohtani. Also, Rendon really got a ring before Trout. Shake my head. That's the thing, too. I mean, it's amazing how baseball works. It is amazing how it works because the NBA, if you have 2 stars, likely they're going to win a championship at some point. You know, they're going to link up with somebody because the NBA is so pathetic. Nobody plays defense. You don't need a whole team, you know, but baseball, not so much. Imagine Squid ends up stealing home. Yeah, that's my biggest fear, Hayes, is, you know, when you watch the Diamondbacks walk off against the Yankees in 2001, Craig Counsell's forever that winning run. And but see, it's not going to happen this year because Squid is ineligible for that playoff roster. So, but that could have happened had the Angels let him go in August. Imagine the Braves win the World Series or whoever he went to and he scores a winning run. That would be our luck. Let's see. Also, here's one. Let's see. Here is in the corner weighing in at who knows, Artie Moreno in the corner weighing in at who the F cares. Grill Master Eric says prime rib and rib eyes. Let's see. I bet you the Bees could beat the Angels. They probably can right now. This is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Grill Master says balls, and we lose here and we lose there. But season does start tonight, by the way. But he's right, though.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want
balls and John Stamos.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there.
Also, one more loss that could have been a win. And that all goes back to, you know, how we just can't do anything right. This team is just losing and losing and losing some more. Where is it? Because here was Estevez' pitching.
Ball 4. Ball 8.
Low, and Vaughn has walked the bases loaded on 12 straight pitches. Boy, how can these guys lay off pitches that close?
Yep. And we're going streaking the wrong way.
Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
Yep.
One more loss, which could have been a win. You call yourselves professionals. I have never, ever seen a worse group of 25 players. You don't think as a team. You don't play as a team. You don't even lose as a team. You all got your heads so far up your butt, you can't even see the light of day. One more loss and I'll do this.
See, at least in the movie, you know, he did that like probably in May or June. Freaking Nevin's doing that in late August, like it's gonna matter. If Portland gets a team, it will be the Angels. LMAO. Angelo says also, Todd, got to ask your take. How did we draft Detmers, and the entire time our scouts were there, they missed Bobby Miller, who had a better college career, an arm blessed by God, or is it just the Halo way? What it is they have basically the lowest rated, or one of the lowest rated scouting departments. If you remember, the Angels were getting diamonds in the rough all the time back in the day. But, you know, from about the time Disney fully took over in 98 till all the way to about 2009, 2012, when they fired Trout's, scout, they had paid their scouting department very good. Artie went on the cheap, and this is what we get, dude. This is exactly what we get. And also, One Jets Pod says, I would love that realignment. I would too. Balls in the football season coming, or hockey season.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
hockey season. Silent E says, football show. Where can we see that or hear that? You could check that out on YouTube. If you look up Skull Zone, I'll spell it right here. It's my boy's page. We'll go live on there with picks and recaps, and that's how he's a Minnesota Vikings fan, so like he'll go into that. But we break down every game. We give the lines, the players that are going to be injured or whatnot, and then we give our takes on why the team's going to win, and then we recap the games before they played. You know, so we do separate show for each. You know, so they're about like 45 minutes to an hour. Appreciate that, Anna. She says give a 5-star and a like. Appreciate that. That would help out. If you haven't subscribed already, go do so. That helps the page. Brock is sure Purdy, but Jalen will be sure that Purdy hurts. Oh, geez. I was saying the Braves versus Texas in the World Series. It could still happen. How tall is Squid? I didn't know that they stacked shit that high. Ha! I like that, Alfonso. Mateo says 6-20 in the month of August. Exactly. Let's see, Balls, and Danny Glover. We love Danny Glover.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want.
I want balls and
Danny Glover. Sell the team tailgate. We have to do that. Late to the show. Angels shit the bed. I had to watch my other important show. Well, hey, at this point, I don't care what you're watching right now because it's hard to watch the team that we love. I mean, only the freaking real ones are there, right? We want Artie. Let's see if he comes on. Giolito was not so elito in his first start. Oh, geez. That's why Rendon doesn't care. He gets his ring and his payday. Alfonso also says, as I lost it right here, I heard that there's a tape out there of a threesome with Squid, number 6, and Artie. That could be. Splash Brothers and CP3 will win a championship this year. Eric says, Todd, you're bringing in Roger, LOL. No. Dude, you look tired. Or did you get some Dice Magic weed? It's a little bit of both. No, I'm just tired tonight. A buddy of mine is a new Angel fan, thinks we should blame Trout and the players all the time, which he's not wrong, but I try to tell him that it all starts with Artie, but he says no. We also got to tell him that's the organization as well. The coaching staff has a lot to do with it. I think Deion Sanders can manage us back to winning. It seems like everything he's touching is friggin' gold right now. Angels will throw Griffin Canning, Tyler Anderson to be announced, and Silseth in Game 3, and Detmers in Game 4 here for the next series. Why is Saturn like a circus? 8 rings. Oh, geez. Next batter, smack. Next batter, plunk. Nevin, just go get his ass. balls, and bases loaded, which we didn't take advantage of tonight.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Bases loaded. I haven't watched an Angels game like in a month, one Jets pod says. Also, dude, I'm glad I'm back in the lineup. Hey, I took a swing at a pitch. Look at me, guys. That is our boy Thice. So we've caught up with the comments and everything. But again, if you want to check out the YouTube page, check out Skull Zone. It's me and Carlos on there doing the football picks right there. Also, if you guys want to call in, I'll take a couple calls because we went long last night and I got to get some sleep. It's been a tough day today. But 714-598-3221. We'll take a phone call or two if you guys want.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
And we haven't heard from Big 20. I hope he's doing pretty good. Big 20's been apparently working his ass off. And, good for him. Hopefully he's not rolling cars and shit, but I haven't heard from him in a good while. I'm hoping he's doing okay. No, for real. I hope he's doing okay. So, yeah. What else was I going to do if you guys don't call in? Because, again, let's see. I did want to say one other thing. So if you guys are down, and you're in the area, we're planning, I was talking with Fernando for February for us to do another either softball game or baseball game and to get together 3 fields and have a ton of people playing. We did it 2 years ago. Couldn't do it last year, but we're looking to do it somewhere in mid-February before baseball season starts up and right after the Super Bowl. Because last time we did in the playoffs and in the NFL playoffs, and we still had, really, really good attendance. We had, 4 teams, and we also had a lot of people there, but because the playoffs were on, the Raiders were playing at that time versus Cincinnati. So, I just want to know how many of you guys would be interested because we believe we can have a big thing of like 2 or 3 games going on at the same time. I've got my friend that'll come out there and cook a couple of them and make some good food. And, we'll give away shirts and stuff like that. So it should be cool if you guys are down. So let me know. It's the Halo Honk line.
What's going on?
How you doing, Eric?
Oh, I'm fine. Wow. I thought you guys were going to have that one tonight. And then I was looking at something online I see that's again, and I'm like, did something happen in the ninth inning? Yes, it did.
Well, I mean, if we've learned anything as Angels fans this year, we can't have anything nice. And we had the lead for maybe a couple minutes, like a Jack in the Box commercial, and it was gone. So, I mean, it's sad. I mean, you're kind of in the same, like, not the team-wise. At least your team is doing good. But, you got to be frustrated a little bit here. You guys have lost 3 in a row, man. I mean, first place is right there, dude.
In fact, I think of all the games this season, tonight was probably the toughest pill to swallow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just looking out there and seeing David Cruz, like anytime David Cruz was in the on deck circle,
mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, oh hell, here we go, because I just knew what he was going to do, and at the end of the game, he did exactly that. He got on base, go second, scored on a base hit.
Yeah, that guy's incredible, man, and he's only going to get better,
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are games that, I mean, man, I mean, you kind of wish that you can have back, right?
Yeah. I mean, but but they're fighting and competing too.
Mm-hmm.
No, and
they are. I mean, that's more than what we could say about this team. I'm telling you, you watch this team, bro, and it just you got no experience in this or no fight in this team. At least other losing teams you could see fight. There's none here.
And that was kind of why that a couple weeks ago, and then you were telling me that the next dude, those would be like September, and it's too late now to get a fight going.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if we played you guys and you threw out about 6 straight players, we still wouldn't charge the mound.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But it is what it is. I think, you know what I think it is, Eric? I don't think that these players love each other or like each other enough to go to battle. There's some that'll stick up for each other, like your Moustakis and stuff, but if they had to step up for them in a bar fight, I don't think they would do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think probably one of the only ones I think might, only because he's so good,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe 12, possibly.
If he had a golf club in his hand, yes. But if he didn't have a golf club, he'd be like, ooh, I don't want to hurt these knuckles. And he would probably just run out the back door.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion. But
yeah.
By the way, Eric. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. What's up?
Oh, I was going to ask you a question. If I get Artie on for a segment that's just ask the owner of the Angels any question, would you guys call in and ask him a question?
Oh, I'd definitely do that.
Okay. I think we're going to work that out because I'm talking to Artie about if he can just come on and we could just do like either on an off night, we got one coming up here in about a week, or just after an embarrassing loss where it's like not even worth it talking about it. I could just promote the thing as, hey, you want to call in and talk to the actual owner of the Angels?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's going to be calling in too, isn't he?
Probably, yes. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
It should be a good one. I mean, yeah, the other day, that was pretty damn funny. I mean, Artie is just, every time I try to stump him on something, he just says something outrageous. He's crazy.
I mean, it was just funny. Last night, I thought it was over, but I hear we got somebody on the other line, and I'm thinking, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
Yeah, he has that direct line. It's kind of hard to ignore it. So, oh, man. All right, Eric. Well, appreciate the call,
have
brother.
Have a good night now.
You too. All right, later. Yeah, so getting back to it real quick, if you guys, we're going to probably set up a game in Anaheim in February, somewhere in Anaheim around there. So we should have a pretty good attendance for that. And like I said, we had like 100 people watching last time. So I think we could top that easily. We'll probably have shirts to give away or to buy because, we have those 3 styles and paper bags, all that other stuff. So it should be cool. I mean, if you guys are out there, it should be good. Jim says, everyone who is embarrassed, raise your hand. I'm pretty sure everyone's raising their hand, whether they're driving or not, because I'm telling you, it's just been a frustrating year. I don't know what adjective to use. It's just been terrible. It's been really bad all season. Anna says balls, and Aaron Loop. She loves her some Aaron Loop, that's for sure, because he gives her a lot of emotional damage.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
Aaron Loop. And also Sky is Falling.
I was pretty cocky. I want balls and
Sky is Falling. Also, Mountain Dew King has been big hammered lately. Oh, geez. Rendon at the drive, though, want a Yumbo Yak. And so he's like, Yumbo Yak with cheese. I can't say the cheese thing there. Alfonso says, I think I could back cleanup for the softball games. It's Your Boy says, exactly, the organization as a whole with Artie is the problem. As a kid, I saw good, consistent Angels baseball, but That all ended after 2010. Now Artie has shifted the focus to being cheap. Yeah, he sure has. And that is and Dan Rios sums it up right there. This season is a clusterfuck. I know a guy, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen him on plenty of Angels pages. And he runs Just Another Halo Victory Facebook page. I'm not sure if he's on Instagram either. But to see him like give up and be talking the way he's talked, and he's like the most Halo honkish guy, and I don't fault him for it because he's been an Angels fan all his life as well. He's up in his 60s now, I think, and he's just been a fan all his life, dude. And he said even to me, this has been the worst season he's ever watched. And he survived the entire 80s. You know what I mean? Like he was watching them from like the 70s and stuff, you know. And if you know your Angels history, they had a pretty good run from about 78 to a freaking 86. They were in or around the playoffs that entire time. And then after that, obviously we know the Angels history, but yeah, man, I mean, good God, dude. It's just hard to stomach. This season is a son of a bitch, Mateo says. Also a whole new world. The son of a bitch story, you'd say. Balls, and Mateo.
Tonight, it's time for you to check out what I want. I want balls and
Mateo. Well, I guess we're not getting any Artie tonight. Again, if this were a scripted thing, I would know where big Artie Moreno is, and I have no idea where he's at. So Artie, if you can call in, that'd be great. If not, we'll just call it a night. If no one else wants to call in, Demetrio says, one of my homies keeps texting me, we're still mathematically eliminated or mathematically in it. I told him, go fuck himself today. Yeah, believe me, when it's official, I'm going to put it up there.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
This season was just guys not trying mentally and physically, and just a bunch of just terrible coaching. Artie has some balls on his face. I could sure use a sapphire blowjob, Sega says. I don't know Sega because he says he's a Nintendo guy. So, yeah.
Take out the papers.
Yep. So that was a wrong sound effect. But yeah, anyway, I think we'll just call it there. I got nothing from Artie, so he's probably passed out somewhere on the floor in a pool of vomit, and Sapphire's trying to clean it up. Eddie says seeing people go to the stadium and watch this pathetic team is just cringe at this point of the season and part of the problem. Even Roger says they are playing out the season, Dan says. And he always goes cheesy and plays, what is it, Green Day, Wake Me Up When September Ends, when they're officially eliminated. But I got something else here for you guys. We'll be playing once this one is away. So there you go, everyone. Everyone have a good rest of your night. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow after probably, most likely, another Angels loss. But even though Artie gets mad and tells me,
how dare you?
It's going to happen because there is no playoffs.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me?
And again, no Stukas. I'm sorry, Dan, but we're going to get back to playing this on our way out. So everyone have a good rest of your night. I'm going to get some sleep and go to work. Yay!
Counting on a new beginning.